something I don't understand now. The market has changed a lot back then, about like 2013, 2012, 2011, those years. Small hatchbacks were really popular, and it made sense because people wanted to save on gas. The price on gas was like getting higher and higher, and here we pay like $1.50 a liter, and people were like, I need something like really economical, and it made sense. Even back in the 90s, that was one of the marketing strategies of Honda Civics. Was like a small economical car. It was like the branding of some of those brands, like Toyota, also the Corolla, things like that. It really made sense, like small cars that are light with smaller engines to save gas, and it still applies in different countries. And I know that when I went to Costa Rica, for example, there's a lot of small cars around, and they've made the switch to electric cars, but they are small, and it's mostly Chinese stuff like BYD and like other brand. But you still see over there, you still see Suzuki with newer models that are small and compact, cheap on gas, because population over there is not as willing, I would say, to pay as much for cars, and they don't have as much money, so it makes sense for those markets. But here also there's a need for it, but people don't really purchase these cars, sadly, and that's why now we only have SUVs and electric cars that are really, really heavy, and it kind of defeats the purpose. Like, the government was giving you like a rebate on electric cars to push people into that market, because otherwise they wouldn't have worked, because they were expensive, and they're getting less and less expensive, and they are just hard to dispense of. The amount of electric cars that will be basically removed from the streets, it's gonna be way more than what they can process in terms of like getting those batteries out, and maybe finding a way to use them again, or maybe recycling them with the different parts they have inside. It's like they need to find a system, because otherwise it's gonna be even worse in terms of environment and things like that, especially since electric cars, they really feel like a trend. And what I mean by that is, like, an iPhone, for example, has a ton of technologies inside, and you want the new iPhone because it has new things like AI or whatever, but they want to set the same trend with cars. I don't know if some of you noticed or not, but it's really what's going on. Like, they're gonna set a trend with cars where you want to get the new one because it has new features, and that's what they've been doing, because they want to attract people. So they're proceeding the same way they do with phones, basically. And here in Canada, it's really working well, but we have mostly like big cars, and all the small cars, they all went away. Like my mom, for example, like this Honda Fit you just saw, doesn't sell anymore. The only small hatchback we have now is maybe a Golf GTI, which is like not that small, but here in Canada they don't sell the base Golf. They only sell a GTI and R. So that's the only thing we have. And we have also, what else that I can think of? Like, up until recently we had the Kia Rio, which my mom has one, and they're really good on gas. Like, it's not as good as in the hybrid. I think hybrid is a bit more of a future for car enthusiasts like me, because I don't know, just because electric cars are boring, it's just my opinion. But even though they're quick, doesn't mean it's fun to drive. It's like two different things. But if you go stats for stats, of course they are fast, but they're so heavy. It has repercussions on the roads also, because we have cheap roads here, so having heavier cars circling around, it's another thing that causes problems. You see this Honda CR-V there, these are still up and going. I see a bunch of them. But with EVs, this car is probably 2004-ish, this CR-V that we saw. I don't think we're gonna see, it's 21 years since it got released, and I don't think we're gonna see a 20-year-old EV going around in 20 years. I just don't see that happening, to be honest. And that's why I think the future is somewhere else. I don't think it's really viable, the electric cars. It was just a quick way to pretend like we're reducing emissions, but not so much. We're gonna have so many dead batteries and dead cars at the same time in a couple of years that it won't be as good. It's gonna still cause problems. So I just wish they were coming back with lighter cars and smaller cars. If you want to be environmentally conscious, shouldn't you be encouraging people to keep their cars for longer instead of just get the new EV and get the rebate from the government, and the 2 years later after your location you just get another one? Just putting more cars in circulation, there's no point. They should encourage people and reward people who keeps their car running, maintain them. Most of us car guys do. We take care of our cars, and we love cars. So it's safer in some way. We keep the car straight in some way, but it doesn't go like that. But I think it should be, to be honest. It's just changing cars every year is not good, but it's good for us who buys used cars, because we have a bunch to choose from. But I just don't see this being viable. And more cities like Montreal, they really encourage people to be on foot, use the public transport. That's all good, but the public transport is also driving on those shit roads, and so there's some work to do. Behind me right now I have a Nissan Micra. That's another one that's still, I don't know if it's still going or not. No, I think it's discontinued, this one also. It's just that now we don't have any options. If you want to buy a new car that's pretty cheap and light, small, cheap on gas, you don't see that anymore here in North America. someplace like Europe, they really put like strict rules for emissions and things like that for the size of your car and the engine. I don't think North America should be like that, but it should at least reward people who keep their car for a long time, maintain them, repair them, because it's really like more eco-friendly, to be honest. Even though these people don't know, they're just like, they don't have money for a new car. That's just the reason most of the time. Or they just don't care. They want to go from A to B. Like my mom, for example, she could get like a new car, but she just keeps this one because it still works. Like, why change? So, just my opinion on the subject. I think I don't know if you guys think like me or not. Because a lot of people like will get huge cars, like 7-seat SUVs. You see is caravans, pickups. Like, who needs a pickup? Like, nobody. Like, to be honest, like, unless you're really like for a business, like this guy on the right. This is a business, so probably needs a pickup. I don't know, but otherwise, it's just more material, more mass, more everything, and it's just less eco-friendly. It's not really, I don't really care about these things. It's just because myself, I have a sedan, pretty big car. But if I was a bit tighter on money and stuff, I wouldn't want an SUV. Like, I'll just get a Toyota, like Camry or Corolla or whatever, and just use that. To be honest, like, you don't need more than that. Like, if you want to save on gas, don't buy a like fucking Grand Caravan, for example. A lot of people will complain about gas when they have like bigger cars, and that's like kind of stupid because you don't need all that room. For example, my mom wanted to buy an SUV at some point, a small crossover. She said like, oh, I want to like go camping with it and sleep in the car. Like I told her, I was like, how many times are you gonna do that per year? Like, if you do it like every 2 weekends or like really often, then okay, I'll do it. But otherwise, like, you don't buy like a car for something you do like once, twice, 3 times a year. It's like, it's another waste. Like, she would have paid more gas, more everything all year long just to get. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, but you just have to be rational about it. And there's really small cars like the Hyundai Venue, for example. Really small, light crossover. This I see a bit more the point of that car, to be honest, but otherwise, this guy didn't even look at me like, what the fuck? That's weird. I think he's going to like this Toyota Echo in front, like, he's on the tow truck, maybe broken down or something. But these cars are like really tough. They last for a long time. Of course, things are gonna break. It's normal, but they last a long time. Anyway, that was my take on this subject. It's not really that I'm an eco-friendly person or whatever. It's just that I see that everyone's talking about it. It's a trend, and it doesn't make sense with what's happening. Because people are saying, oh, we want to save gas, save the planet, whatever. Just get an EV, get more mass, more stuff, change car every 2 years. Doesn't make sense, you know. It's like, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you on the next one. Peace.